ladies and gentlemen, this is Jingle Lee. I'm an afterlife planner. I service in funeral and bereavement care industry for 3 years. A lot of people will question me, hey, why Jingle, you are in this trade? It's because I personally went through there's a lot of pain during my grandfather end-of-life journey. At this critical and emotional moment, it is very hard to think rationally and logically during the moment of grief. Ladies and gentlemen, if you agree, please type a 111 in the chat box. Yo, this is my grandfather. He passed away 10 years ago. During the funeral arrangement, my auntie and my mother have a lot of different opinions to give the best funeral ceremony to their beloved father. I have witnessed the siblings were quarreling in front of the coffin. So with my sad experience, I want to share with you today is taking care of our end of life or death before anything happens to avoid family argument. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, do you agree that normally we will plan our life from wedding, then until childbirth? Before the childbirth, we will do research for gynae, hospital, look for master for the good delivery time and date and baby's name. Then we will start to plan for our retirement. Then we will plan to look for cat. To downgrade our property, we will start our retirement fund as early as 35 years old to look for clearance. Lastly, we will get our consultation from Emily to plan for our will. If you agree, we all started to plan for everything in our life is before anything happened. Please type a Y in the chat box. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. In the other hand, do you agree that all of us don't plan for our afterlife or death? Yes, this is the last planning that I want to share with you today that neglected by a lot of people. Services that I provide, I do advisory on final resting place in advance, advisory on funeral service in advance, advisory on ancestor relocation and exhumations. Here are some of the decisions that you need to make during the critical moment. Is the undertaker reliable? Do you know when someone pass on, the family have to immediate look for a funeral provider? There's no time for quotation and comparison. We have no choice but to force to trust this danger at the moment to handle our loved one body. Affordability. Do you know for a simple funeral arrangement need at least 7 to 15,000 now are our family member and children can afford to pay for the cost. Religion belief. Do you know your loved one religion? Will it be he or she last minute change their religion and didn't manage to inform the family member? Are each of the family member having the same opinion? Example, what packages? 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, void deck or parlor, dress code, traditional costume, formal or shirt or coat, color of tie, accessory, earring, braces, ring. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to make all this final decision in a short period of time within few hours before the funeral set up. It's really advisable to plan it in advance so our family member can avoid all the problems I mentioned. This is a very lovely process of shower of love. Family members are invited to a center to help to shower, dress up for their loved one. It is also a precious moment for family members to express their love to their loved one through the process of showering, dressing, makeup, applying lotion, speak out their last goodbye closely with their loved one before the coffin process. This is the Buddhism and Taoism funeral service. Pre-planning to lock the price now for only $11 per day for 36 months. This is the process of a Christian, Catholic and free thinker funeral service. Pre-planning to lock the price now for only $9.50 per day for 36 months. Alternatively, we have a center to pay our last respects. This is the SG Nirvana 6-star columbarium. Now you can plan well for your afterlife final resting place in just $6 per day for 60 months. A lot of people love to say, Jingle, your job only meet with all the sad people. I will always reply, no, no, no. Actually, I'm meeting all the lovely people. I saw the love from the parents to the children. Don't trouble them. Do a simple one. I saw the love from the children to the parents. Boy, why you spend so much on my niche? Don't worry, Mom. I can afford to give you the best. I saw the love from the grandparents to the grand and great-grandchildren. Jingle, help me choose the best feng shui niche so I can wang my coming up generation. I want to say thank you to all the 老板 and 老板娘 visited Nirvana Memorial Garden. And I'm so glad that I'm meeting all of the lovely bosses this morning. I love you all and thank you so much for all the support. So this is one of the testimonial. Oh yes, a lot of people are very, very curious that am I still continue working in my trade during my pregnancy? The answer is yes. This is Madam Nyonya. She passed away 3 days before Chinese New Year. Yes, my job is 7/24 weekend public holiday. I was 5 months pregnant at that moment. So I want to give my immediate comfort to the family member. Although people say, hey, pregnant, don't go for funeral. But I believe I'm doing something good to Amma, and Amma will give the blessing to me and my baby. I even took the same leave together with Amma body to send Amma to the vehicle for embalming. This is another testimonial. You can see from the first picture. This is Isabel and her husband and the brother. They are in their late 20s. They want to plan well for their parents' afterlife arrangement. The reason was Isabel's husband is the only son in the family. So they understand, touch wood, anything happen to the parents, the husband will, the only one have to pay and make decisions immediately for all the arrangement. So initially, the mother is very pantang. She can't accept why I want to plan this when I'm still alive. So you can see from the second picture, the mother in Nirvana visiting. Finally, she understands the concept of pre-planning, and finally, she is quite happy and no more worry to plan for the afterlife. So, ladies and gentlemen, if your family, relative, friends in their late 65, please feel free to look for me. I'm going to share with them the 5 essential factors that people live up to a peaceful, lovely, and smooth afterlife and funeral arrangement. It is a free sharing and consultations. Ladies and gentlemen, come to the end of my sharing. A funeral is not a day in a lifetime. It is a lifetime in a day. We plan well and we live well. I'm Jingly, your afterlife planner. Thank you.